Okay, so quick weekly update from Magic World's two big tracks ship forward, right? This was my goal, as you can see in the screen. Firstly, with the MWI app, I spent 3 days prototyping an automation pipeline. Here you go with the pipeline. Here you can see I've tried couple of pipeline. This is the error. So you see we started with tally intake with router with the uh, social link direct media has upload, so it was basically a whole pipeline created, tally apify assembly ai, OpenAI, then the API with OpenAI, then to Airtable, then to email for notification. I really pushed hard and found where no code breaks and mainly link parsing and routing, and that turned into like uh, I needed to turn this into a clean engineering plan next, right? Because the no code solution is not working at all. There's like several problems with it, and I think this is very extensive and um costly method that we'll be moving forward with. So we are on a we are switching to a code route with webhooks and queue, so it's reliable and scalable next, right? As you can see, this is number one. This was tally. We created tally. If you see, we create cloudinary tally dashboard. We created all these accounts. You can see this is an imported table from Airtable. This is the form that we created with MWI prototype, right? This is assembly AI where the API keys. This is API file, API keys. So this is basically a downloader, right? Just showing. You can check. This was our automation that in the end I um decided that we should not be moving forward. I'll show it run once, right? We are having problem here only on the route one where API is asking for subscription, and um most of the other APIs would be asking for subscription, and this is costly method and time consuming, and time would be killed in this. Okay, so as you can see, I'll stop this over here. I'll run this again once more. It goes here, and this is just one route. There's another route, and there's the second route. I actually also tried coding it with AI, right? We are here. I tried coding it with JSON, directly implementing JSON codes directly to make.com, the automation tool. But the LLM's problem with um, readjusting JSON every time and giving randomly different results actually in the end frustrated me out, and with time being spent and frustration building up and no results being generated, we've decided to move on to code solutions, right? And that's the right plan. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, so secondly, I actually conversed with token apps. You can see we actually conversed with I actually conversed with the token team, and there was a certain blocker that need to be sorted because there was no liquidity and the main blocker was liquidity. So it's like a small task, but it actually counts, and I'm actually putting this into my weekly report. So for the next week, what I'm planning, until unless you Maurice Mo, you give me another um, task, you allot me another task. My right now, as AI tells, my next week kickoff would be like I'll be pushing the AI team, the AI engineer team, the dev teams to kickstart the backend, build and verify the backend, focus on the backend to build the flow, um, and I'm actually attaching all the documents created. This was the document created for MWI app. This was number one document, so I've put everything into one document. And here I'm also attaching the root cause report for what was the problem, and where was the problem started, and why code is the solution to this. um, Moving forward to that, I also created one page engineering brief for this week's kickoff for the teams we require and what do we need to do. It tells everything plus an initial repo and ticketing, right? So this actually I'll be attaching all the documents in the report, and this actually sums up my week, right? Thank you so much, really appreciate it.